Of all the pupils at the night school, Gawain McClure Hardy was the least promising. He was tall and sturdy, but his instructors soon discovered that he lacked spirit. He would hide in the woods when the justing class was called, even though his schoolmates implored him to come out and break his neck like a man. Even when they told him the lances were padded, the horses no more than ponies, and the field unusually soft for late autumn, Gawain refused to grow enthusiastic. The headmaster and the assistant professor of Pleasance were discussing him one afternoon, and the professor could see no remedy but expulsion.
No! I think I'll train him to slay dragons.
But he might be killed.
So he might. But we must consider the greater good. We are responsible for the formation of this land's character. But he won't be killed. I'm giving him a magic word.
Oh, that's a good idea. Sometimes they work wonders.
From that day on, Gawain specialized in dragons. In the morning, there were lectures on the history, anatomy, manners, and customs of dragons. Gawain did not distinguish himself. In the afternoon, he showed to better advantage. He would go to the big south meadow and practice with a battle axe. It was a thrill to see Gawain charge across the field toward the dummy dragon. He would brandish his axe and shout, "A murrain on thee," or some other bit of campus slang. It never took him more than one stroke to behead the dummy dragon. By the end of June, it was time for the test. The faculty decided Gawain was ready. They gave him a diploma and a new battle axe, and the headmaster summoned him to a conference.
Sit down, my boy. Sit down! Here you have learned the theories of life. But life is not a matter of theories. It's a matter of facts. And all of us must face these facts, even though they are sometimes unpleasant. Your problem, for example, is to slay dragons.
They say those dragons down in the South Wood are 500 feet long.
Nonsense! But anyway, you'll find the big ones slower on their feet.
Oh, I'd like an enchanted cap.
What's that?
A cap to make me disappear.
A cap to make you disappear, indeed. Why, my boy, you could walk from here to London without being noticed. You're nobody. You couldn't be more invisible than that. Don't worry. I'll give you something better than a cap. I'll give you a magic word. All you have to do is say it, and no dragon can harm you. I might give you double No, a single word would be best.
A short word?
Can't be too short. There's not that much hurry. Oh, here's a splendid word. Rumplesnitz. You think you can learn that?
Gawain tried, and after only 4 hours, he seemed to have the word well in hand. At daybreak, the head saw him to the edge of the forest. A cloud of steam hung over an open meadow in the woods, and the head assured Gawain that under the steam he would find a dragon. Gawain wondered if he should approach on the run or walk slowly, shouting Rumplesnitz all the way. No sooner had he come to the fringe of the meadow than the dragon charged. It came forward so fast, and Gawain was so frightened he could only say Rumplesnitz once. As he said it, he swung his axe, and off popped the dragon's head. Gawain brought the ears home and a section of the tail. His schoolmates and the faculty made much of him, but the head kept him from being spoiled by insisting he go on with his work. Every clear dawn, Gawain went out to kill dragons, but the head kept him home when it rained. Few good days passed without a kill. On one fortunate day, he killed 3, a husband and wife, and a visiting relative. The pupils who watched him from a long way off said he often allowed a dragon to come within a few feet before he said Rumplesnitz. Once an excursion party from London watched as he went into action with his right hand tied behind him. The dragon's head came off just the same. As Gwain's record mounted, success changed him. He took to stealing out at night and engaging in long drinking bouts at the village tavern. It was after such a debauch that he started out for his 50th dragon. His head was heavy. He was heavy in other respects, too, for he had adopted the vulgar practice of wearing all his medals when he went dragon hunting. They weighed 8 pounds. Gwain found the dragon. It was an old one and rather common. It regarded him fearfully, for it had heard of Gwain and knew that he was protected by an enchantment. So it merely waited, hoping something might turn up. Gwain raised his axe, then lowered it again, grew pale, and trembled.
What's the matter? I've forgotten the magic word. Oh, what a pity now. But it never seemed quite sporting to me, this magic stuff, you know. Could I be of any assistance? What's the first letter of this magic word? It begins with an R. Let's see, that don't tell us much now, does it? I've got it! Repulsive reptile. All right, then. Give up.
What'll you do if I give up?
I'll eat you.
And if I don't?
I'll eat you just the same.
Well, it doesn't make any difference then, does it?
Oh, it does to me. You see, if you don't surrender, you'll taste better, because you'll die game.
Gwain met the dragon with a full swing. The impact was terrific, and off went the dragon's head. Gwain was no longer frightened, but he was puzzled. Again and again he thought to himself, I didn't say Rumplesnitz. He went to the headmaster and told him what had happened. I didn't say Rumplesnitz.
I am glad you found out. It makes you a real hero. Now you know that it was you who killed all those dragons, not the magic word.
Then it wasn't a magic word after all?
Of course not. You're too old for such nonsense.
But you told me it was magic. You said it was magic. And now you say it isn't.
It wasn't magic.
But it took away your fears. Without it, you might have been killed the very first time.
If I hadn't hit them all mighty hard and fast, any one of them might have crushed me like
Eggshell?
Like an eggshell. Like an eggshell. Like an eggshell. The next day was clear, but Gwain did not get up. It was noon when the head found him cowering in bed. He called the assistant professor, and they dragged the boy to the forest. They pushed him into a thicket, above which hung a meager cloud of steam. It was obviously a small dragon. But Gwain did not come back that night, nor the next. He never came back. But no visitor leaves the night school without seeing the great shield in the dining hall. 50 pairs of dragon's ears are mounted on it, and underneath is inscribed, Gwain le Coeur Hardy. He killed 50 dragons. The record had never